Hello everyone. In previous video we discussed about different systems of units and we ended our discussion by introducing a system which is known as SI. Now I remember telling you that SI is not known as SI system but we only say SI. Let us understand the reason first. SI in English roughly translates to International System. Now if you observe in the name itself, the word system comes in. Therefore, it is not correct to say international system. Therefore, it is not correct to say SI system. For this reason, we only refer to this system as SI and not as SI system. Now, what is SI system? What all comes into it? Let us discuss about these things. See, there happened a conference known as International Conference on Weights and Measurement, where scientists across the world took part in. Now, what they discussed, or rather what they realized, that all the physical quantities are connected in one way or the other. Let me give you an example. Say, suppose we talk about speed. Then speed is displacement upon time. So can I say speed is connected to displacement and speed is connected to time? Suppose I write pressure. Then pressure is force upon area. So pressure is connected to force and pressure is connected to area. And I can keep on writing examples one after the other. Once they realized that all the quantities are connected, they said, okay, let us select some quantities to be our base quantities and let all other quantities be dependent on these base quantities. Alright? However, we will not call it base quantities. So, they selected 7 quantities and named them fundamental quantities, and their units were named as fundamental units. So, what are fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are those quantities which are selected. Remember, selected. It is not necessary that only this group can exist. There are other possibilities as well. But in SI, the fundamental quantities are the group of selected quantities using which all other quantities can be derived or all other quantities can be written. We will discuss about the point in a bit. But first, let's have a look on fundamental quantities. The 7 fundamental quantities are mass, length, time, temperature, also known as thermodynamic temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and quantity of substance. Now, those of you who are looking at board syllabus exclusively, you will not find this quantity, luminous intensity, in your course. Alright? It exists in physics, but in your 11th and 12th course, you won't find this quantity, luminous intensity. The units are: mass has unit kilogram, length meter, time second, temperature is measured in Kelvin in SI. The popular units of temperature are degree Celsius and Fahrenheit, but in SI it is Kelvin. Current is measured using ampere, luminous intensity using candela, and quantity of substance using mole. Now I need you to learn this table and remember all these 7 fundamental quantities. They are very helpful when we progress in our course. Now I said all other physical quantities can be written using fundamental quantities only. So the other set of physical quantity, first set is these 7 fundamental quantities. The other set of physical quantities is known as derived quantities. What are derived quantities? All the physical quantities which can be written using fundamental quantities are known as derived quantities. Let's take an example. Suppose we wish to write area. Now let us say area of a square. So area can be written as length of the side square. Therefore area can be length into length. So the physical quantity is area, but it can be written as length into length. And length is a fundamental quantity. So area became derived quantity. Why? Again, any quantity which can be written using fundamental quantity Since area can be written using length, it became a derived quantity. Let us look at a slightly more complicated example. Let us say force. Now force can be written as mass into acceleration. Mass is fundamental, acceleration is not. So what we do in this case, we further write the formula of acceleration. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration is velocity upon time. So we have mass, fundamental, time, fundamental. But there is another quantity which is velocity, which is not fundamental. So mass and time are separated. We will keep on doing this activity till we reach fundamental quantities. So from acceleration we reach velocity upon time. From velocity we will reach displacement upon time. Now what is displacement? Displacement is basically a length. So velocity can be written as length upon time or displacement upon time. Now let us look at that. Mass, fundamental, time, fundamental, length, fundamental, time, again fundamental. So even force can be expressed using fundamental quantities only. Right? I can write it as m L upon T square. So it will become mass, length upon time square. All fundamental quantities are used. So force will become a derived quantity. So fundamental quantities are those quantities which are selected and using which all other quantities can be written. Derived quantities are those quantities which can be written by using fundamental quantities only. Now after these two groups, there came another set of quantities which can neither be classified as fundamental nor as derived. These are known as supplementary quantities. There are two supplementary quantities. One is angle and second is solid angle. Now angle you know about. Just one thing, angle we generally measure using degrees, right? 30 degrees, 60 degrees. But SI unit for angle is radian. Radian is denoted by small c, like degree is denoted by that 0. Similarly, radian is denoted by small c written on top. And for conversion, if you have degree and you wish to write say radian and vice versa, you can use this. Pi radian or roughly 22 upon 7 radian is equal to 180 degree, right? Another one is solid angle, which has unit as steradian. About solid angle we will discuss when this quantity comes into play. Now I have a homework for you, rather I have two things to say to you. Number one, please and please keep this table in mind. Learn it, by heart it, your call. Second, all these 7 physical quantities have their definitions. Now, I do not want you to learn the definitions, but I still want you to read those. They are available in all the textbooks, all the reference books, right? So, please read the definition of these 7 fundamental quantities. If you have any question or query, please do let us know using the comment section. Thank you.